Hello guys and welcome back to my stories. Today I'm gonna be telling you a story of Scooby-Doo and the Waterland. So let's get started. Once upon a time, as I told you in the previous story about Scooby-Doo, in his stories, there was, they were a crew of finding monsters. So one time when they were in their van, it was so hot and the desert was very hot, and they were starving for water until they found a small shop which sells some food and water. So they were delighted to see that beside it there was a small island called the Water Island. So then he said Fred said, "Oh, here's some water. Do any of you have money?" Then all of them took out their money. But for Scooby, he said, "Oh, water, finally I can drink." Then, when they came near to the shop, he found that there were three guys sitting, and the owner of the shop looked angry from them. So when they went to him, and after they drank all the water, they needed. He's like he told they told Fred told the three guys, why don't you just leave and get inside the water island or the water land? No problem. It's a good place. Don't you know it has monsters in it? You didn't hear about it in the news? It's everywhere. Then Fred was shocked. What? Monsters? Are you mad? Then another guy said, yeah, they're half human and half fish, and they have sharp teeth and sharp nails. Then Fred said, okay, is that all? No problem. We'll go and we'll find it out for you. So they went inside. They said, Shaggy said, I smell something. It's food, because Shaggy and Scooby love eating food and drinking water so much. So they smelled the food and said to Fred and the two other girls, we're going to eat food, no problem, there are no monsters, they're just lying. Okay, Scooby, let's go. Then Fred said, okay, if that's your wish, then let's split up. So Fred, they were on a high place, and their only way down was something to go on it, and it must have water, but it don't have, because there were monsters. Then when they were about to go on it, there was no water. They're thinking, how can we go down then? Then Velma, she's a girl, and she said, I think I hear something. And then finally she said, oh, there's a wave of water coming at us. And you know why that wave came at them? Because Shaggy and Scooby, when they went to the food place, there was no food. There was a monster at the back of them. So when they ran, they went in the place where they used to control the water, and they put it very high in that position. So Fred said, oh, Shaggy and Scooby made it very high. We have to go down that way only. And they started laughing while going down. It was fun, but in the end, Daphne didn't like it because her hair was spoiled. So, and she said, oh, now look at my hair. And then Velma said, leave your hair alone. Your hair is nothing. Where's my glasses? I can't see without it. But then Scooby and Shaggy just ran until finally they lost the monster and said, "Oh, Scooby, we're about to die." Then when Fred, Daphne, and Velma stood up, they found a truck, and that was Velma's first clue. When they went to that truck, there were many dresses of of a half human and a half fish. Then, when they were like looking, they found also some smell for like a fish. Then, when they looked back, they found a huge monster looking at them, and he said to them, "How dare you interrupt with our land? Let's eat them." Then, the only way that they could go was a small hut. Scooby and Fred went together, crashing because they didn't saw each other. Then they didn't care really about the crash. They just went inside. So they went inside it, and then there were many monsters telling to them, like, open the door so we will like do it, like eat you. Then they opened the door, but this time they had a good trap. Only Fred had a smoke grenade from years before his father died. His father gave it to him. Then he took it and he threw it. Nobody of these monsters could see a thing. They started running and they hide in a place. So then they said, "This is our chance. We'll make a trap for them. We will put something to catch them." And when Scooby and Shaggy ran, when he stepped on the thing, it's gonna go up and he will be catched. So Shaggy and Scooby went to all the monsters and said, "Hey, wanna catch us and eat us? No problem." And they started running. When all the monsters came after them, they fall in the trap. And guess what? When they removed the mask, the ghost guy there was the same guy as the shopkeeper. He didn't like anyone to visit the Waterland. That's why he made himself a monster. He went to jail, and a couple of weeks later, it opened and there was a Waterland or Water Island. I don't know really what to say. So the new owner of the land said, "This is my gift for you. You can come here anytime without even paying a single dollar." So they lived happily and they came soon after. And I hope this story is a good for you. And that's it for tonight. I'm gonna play one more song. See ya.